Alright, bro. What made Reggie crash out? What was the root cause behind this beef that seemingly spawned out of nowhere? I think this boils down to something that's been in the hearts of men since the beginning of time, being tender. You're probably familiar with this phenomenon, whether personally or from a secondhand perspective. Hopefully the latter, but even the most player niggas can fall into being tender. I ain't gonna lie, it's kinda part of the game. It's almost like catching a cold in the winter. It's just bound to happen sooner or later. Hit the like button, watch to the end of the video as I explain how being tender caused one of the most random and unnecessary beefs of 2025. Just to inform those of you who actually had jobs, those of you with jobs, bro, I'm literally just saying jobs. Y'all know what I mean, bro. For those of you who are occupied with other things in life and aren't really chronically online, Reggie broke up with his then girlfriend because she posted one of those black YouTube 20v1 cash out scams. Now, this was a sensible move in my opinion. His rationale was that the people that follow her and were likely to fall into the scam were his supporters, due to the majority of her buzz coming from being on his platform. He probably felt as if she was putting his name and brand in jeopardy by association. Ain't gonna lie, to me personally that makes sense. He basically saying like, bitch, I'm the one that gave you your 10,000 followers. Them niggas came from me. I'm not finna just let you scam my niggas. But then DDG caught wind of the whole situation, and this what he had to say.
Why y'all don't let me see the drama shit too? Y'all niggas just be throwing shit in there like I know the whole lore. I don't know about the shit. She posted Cash App scams. She got paid for a promo. What's wrong with that? Hey, bro. I have no comment on that. If you dumb enough to click on a damn link that say, hey, bro, you give me $30, I give you $3 million back. That's your dumb ass fault, nigga. Like, what? That ain't smart.
No, I ain't gonna act like this an overly crazy take. Like, most niggas is taking that 30K if somebody came along and said, yo, post this cash out scam. I mean, bruh, look at the niggas on black YouTube. They don't get no fucks, bruh. They straight scamming niggas. I mean, shit, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. If a nigga came and offered me 20K cash right in front of me, it's not too much I wouldn't do.
Pause.
Take that how you want, bruh. All I know is I'm a real life hustler. But nah, all jokes aside, this nigga Reggie was not messing with that take.
She got paid for a promo.
Mind your business, bro. Mind your business, gang. Focus on that trash ass music, my nigga. You feel me? Niggas, you feel what I'm saying? Mind your business. Niggas say anything. Mind your business. It's not even your beef. Mind your business, gang. You 40 years old, my nigga. Mind your business. I never heard a nigga say cut on that new DDG. I never heard a nigga say cut on that new DDG. I never heard a nigga say that. Mind your business, bro. Like, you're 30.
The situation continued to spiral and more clips were sent back and forth in typical internet beef fashion. We done got to the point where both parties are bringing up the deceased.
You go low, you bring my family into it, I bring your family into it. What time is it? I gotta see the reservation. Is it, you know what time the reservation is?
I said a clip that DDG hating on the dub talking about
grandmother's dead fathers. My nigga's a whole lot of Dino in his blood. Fuck is you talking about? Cause why do you even take it there though?
These are streaming niggas, but this is genuinely starting to get into rap beef territory. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if niggas actually got hurt over this shit. With that being said, I think niggas are really forgetting where this whole beef started. This entire internet event spawned over a girl. Of course, it's moved past that, like, it's a little bit deeper now, but it ultimately started because Reggie's initial response was a result of him being in a heightened state of emotion based on his connection with this female. This is nothing new, bro. We've seen this being the Achilles heel of men time and time again. Niggas have been making horrible, life-altering, sometimes life-ending decisions over women since biblical times. What is the quickest and most effective way to rage bait any nigga? What's the one thing that without fail will always get niggas overly heated? Bringing up, talking about, commenting on any female that a nigga was associated with at any point in time.
Join the Discord. I got E-dates planned, DM breakdowns, hella fine So get in there.
Just to give y'all a visual example, Haley Bailey had some pictures of her posted with her new boyfriend, and niggas was OD frying her on Twitter for her build. Niggas probably think DDG messing with that, they finna catch some type of stimulus package, but I can almost guarantee you DDG is not messing with that. And he might not even like her, like he could literally not like her and still not want you to say nothing bad about it. It's like if you got a sibling, you cannot even like your sibling most of the time, but you still probably wouldn't just tolerate niggas openly dissing your sibling. And it don't even gotta be negative. You can comment on a nigga's girlfriend positively and it'll still make niggas feel some type of way. That shit is that ass undefeated, bro. You can talk about a nigga mom, dad, brother, their financial status, their swag. Literally nothing will get them more mad than talking about their girl, or even a girl that they don't even deal with no more. I think this clip from Reggie perfectly illustrates what I'm saying, cause in the clip, he even admits that his response was a little bit OD.
Niggas gotta understand, bro. Some things just be like, gang, you a grown ass man, bro. Like, why you even worried about another man relationship? This is principle of situation. If your girl cheated on you, I'm not getting on here saying, oh my God, do y'all know that DDG and his girl got into I'm not doing that. So it's really just principle. But I also didn't have to say your music was ass. But you know what I'm saying? I did have to add a little bit of seasoning on the top because, hey, as a grown man, though, sometimes you do gotta mind your business. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you do gotta mind your business.
My point is that this came from his involvement with this female. I really can't fully explain this phenomenon, bro, but we see this shit throughout all of history. Whenever females are involved, niggas just default into a heightened state of emotion.
Exhibit A.
What's your problem? Why do you have to be jealous all the time?
Shut up! This is all your fault! I finally get a chance to ask out Margaret, but you had to butt in and ruin everything!
No, I didn't! I just wanted to see Zombie Dinner Party with my bro, who flaked on me for some girl who doesn't even know he exists!
I'll kill you!
Bro, this shit is actually so funny, bro, cause it's like, this nigga just dead ass unalived his best friend. Like, this is top 2 most tender characters in all of fiction. And art imitates reality, so there's definitely a nigga on the planet that's done that. Not specifically the regular show situation, of course, cause that would be like a physical impossibility. Like, where are they even at? But I guarantee there's a nigga out there somewhere that's faded one of his friends over a female. Now, we don't know how this situation gonna end. It really might end up being a net positive due to the increase in views, clout, and overall traction. But for you watching this video, we can definitively say this would be a horrible situation. You really gotta think, Reggie has a financial incentive to act like this. This ain't really the best look as a streamer, but he has the plausible deniability of saying that he's trolling. He just doing it for the content, he going for clips. But if you do this at your job, you'll literally fumble your entire reputation. You might be talking to a bitch, she start biting on a nigga in a whole nother department, and you start acting tender. Everybody is gonna lose a little bit of respect for you. That's just how the game works. You can rationalize the tenderness to yourself, but honestly, if you were not emotionally tied to the situation, you would see that you're tripping and it's not that serious. But that's essentially what being tender does. It clouds your judgment. You don't see the situation for what it is. You're still thinking, but this is my girl. Like, nigga, no, like, come on, bro. Like, this is not, like, you don't own this bitch, bro. This is a completely separate sentient person. I've seen this overinvestment in females turn some of the smartest niggas into flight reacts. They gotta genuinely do a study on this. This might have the same neurodegenerative effects as hitting the whippet. Now, with that being said, how do you actually go about not being tender? I ain't gonna lie, bro. You just gotta wanna be player more than you wanna act on your emotions. You gotta take yourself out of the moment and have some long-term perspective. Like, bro, don't crash out in the first quarter. You have an entire game to play. Your aura, your respect, your cool is way more valuable than any female. Hoes literally come and go. Your reputation is literally sticking with you forever. This swole ass nigga Logan Paul can throw as many niggas through tables as he wants. We're still not forgetting what that nigga did in Japan. Not going out bad, not being tender is all about self-control, not being overcome by emotion. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is an easy task. You might gotta watch your ex work bitch get manhandled by your department manager and get right back to work. I'm not gonna lie, bruh, that shit is tough. But regardless of how tough that shit is on the inside, bruh, you really gotta act like you couldn't care less. Why do you gotta act like this? For the same reason why you fail a lift in the gym in front of all the gym hoes and you instantly start acting like your shoulder hurting. To save aura, to not go out bad. I know I'm gonna get some comments like, but bro, you should just be real and be upfront with your feelings. I ain't gonna lie, bruh, a round of applause. That shit actually sound hella good on paper. Unfortunately, in the real world, there's literally no upside to doing that. If you be real and crash out and let everybody know that you're actually genuinely hurt, first of all, nigga, you lose your job probably, but you also lose aura. On the other hand, if you act like you don't really care, you keep your job, and at worst, you maintain your same amount of aura. Knowing this information, why would you go out your way to get a worse net outcome? Just put on, bro. Just for the sake of this sounding more politically correct, this is simply a practical application of emotional intelligence. Your ability to recognize your own emotions, regulate them, and understand the emotions of others. When you got high EQ, you don't let the moment define your reaction. Regardless of what happens in the moment, you make the final decision on how that affects you. The lack of EQ, or in this case being tender, seems to be the Achilles heel of many great men. From random hood nigga beefs to billionaire celebrities, a large majority of these conflicts stem from women. Or I should say, niggas caring too much about women and not being able to control their emotions. Whether it's rappers crashing out over Instagram models or co-workers fighting over work bitches, this state of emotional imbalance tends to cost them way more than what the female was worth. In conclusion, females are literally nothing to crash about, especially when the game ain't even over. Like, there's more games to be played and more shots to take. Acting tender is not gonna improve your odds going forward, unless you find a bitch who's just going for niggas who are known to be emotionally unstable losers. And even then, bruh, is that the type of female you want? You crashing out over some bald shit that literally cheated on you? I don't want that for y'all niggas, bruh. Please do not go out like this. I wouldn't wish the affliction of being tender on my worst enemy, and I definitely wouldn't wish it on y'all niggas. And just to clarify, I'm not calling this nigga Reggie an emotional loser. His crash out motives was way more than what we know. I imagine there's some like behind the scene aspect to it. Y'all know how that go, bruh. Maybe they was at Streamer University and DDG said something he ain't like, so then that was just kind of sitting with him for all this time and he just really needed a reason. Anything of that nature is a possibility. This was just a good situation to explain the phenomenon of being tender. But alright, bro, that's all I got for this one. Like the video, subscribe if you learned something, and let me know in the comments who y'all got in this beef. Like, who's in the right, who's in the wrong, who won? Let me know what y'all niggas think. But nah, with that being said, thanks for watching. I'ma catch y'all.